Hey, my name's Raven. Welcome to my YouTube channel. So today I want to tell you the story of how I was given an Indigenous name when I was small. Now, with my particular family, even though I may be Caucasian, I'm not sure. I actually plan on doing a DNA test because there's part of my family that I don't know where we come from at all. So that is something I would like to do in the near future. But even though I am Caucasian, white, whatever, I got an Indigenous name or First Nations name when I was a really small child. Now that involved going to a very remote part here on the coast of Canada, going to a potlatch and taking part of a naming ceremony, which I was 3 at the time, so I don't remember too much about it, but I got given a particular name. I got given the name Pretty Little Abalone Shell, which I've never learned how to say, and I want to go visit because in that area there are people who still speak the language, and I would love to learn how to say it. So I do plan on going, and if and when I go, maybe I will turn it into a vlog so I can bring some of you with me. It's a really cool town. It's changed a fair bit, I think, since I was there forever ago. But, and it's one of the places here in British Columbia that has bilingual stop signs. So it's English and it's the First Nations. I don't know what that language is called. But anyway, I want to go there and learn how to say my name. And I had an experience once where when my daughter and I were living in a small town, and my daughter had a little friend whose mom is in Canadian Indigenous, First Nations, whatever. And she was very bitter or she was very kind of negative to me about the fact that I had been given a First Nations name, and she made a really snarky comment. She's like, that's not a usual white thing. It's not usual for a white girl to have a name. And I was quite taken aback for a bunch of reasons that I'll probably get into in other story times. But so years later, when I was working as a waitress again in a small town here on Vancouver Island, and I was working as a waitress, and I met 2 men about my age who are Indigenous, and they mentioned that they lived or they grew up in the community where I was given a native name. So I was telling them about how I had someone be mad at me for having been given an Indigenous name when I am not Indigenous. And so these 2 men told me that about 10 years ago, Bill Gates was sailing his yacht by that town. And on his yacht, on that particular trip, he had someone a lot of us know of named Oprah. And he brought Oprah in his boat to shore. And at that time in this town, they were having a naming ceremony. So when Oprah shows up, they decided to incorporate her into the naming ceremony, and she was given an Indigenous name at the same longhouse in a similar kind of potlatch as I was many years ago. So that is one thing I share in common with Oprah Winfrey, which is totally wild that I share something like that in common with her. And I just wanted to share that with you. So that was about how I was given the name many years ago, Pretty Little Abalone Shell, and I will at some point soon go and learn how to say it. I can't go right now though, as they have had because they had several cases of COVID. They are quite shut for traveling, and I certainly want to abide by those rules because a lot of elders across Canada, a lot of elders have gotten sick. Elders and young Indigenous people have gotten sick with COVID. And so I am staying where I am right now, but when traveling is more of an option, I will go and learn how to say my name. Thanks so much for visiting my channel. Most of the content here will be true crime and mystery related, but and I do plan on uploading videos every week or more than once a week if possible. I'm considering starting another channel that's more lifestyle and just whatever, big variety of life, whatever. But thank you so much for being here. Please do subscribe, hit that like button, and leave a comment. See you next time on these twisted times.